Be safe.
Hey everyone, this is John from RVA Katana in Richmond, Virginia. We are going on a little late today. We are unboxing some stuff, and this phone keeps on crashing, so I guess we won't do anything with this one. What the heck? Okay.
You're good, dude.
Okay.
Take it your time.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. I cut a watermelon once. That was fun. Yeah, watermelon cutting. Just be sure if you cut fruits that you rinse it off really quickly because
Don't wait 5 minutes.
yeah, because the fruit acids can stain the polish. So that's just one thing you got to be aware of if you cut fruits. Watermelon is not super hard to cut. Supposedly, I've actually never tried to cut a watermelon, but I can't imagine it's that hard.
Like no feedback.
Yeah, my understanding is that watermelons, they say it's like as if you're not really cutting anything at all.
It's soft.
It's soft, just like you. No. Hey, Joe Story. Hey, David Washington. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome.
Happy Tuesday night.
Happy Tuesday night. We don't usually go live Tuesday night, but you know, there were some things I wanted to. There was a sword came in. I really wanted to look at it, and so yeah, here we are. Hey, it's Kind Mara in the house. Kind Mara. Let's see. For those of you who don't know, Kind Mara is our in-store craftsperson. So he does sword repairs, builds koshirai. Kind of laggy, Crawdaddy. I am sorry about that. I can't do much about it. All right, let's go ahead and bust that baby open and see what's in it. We have enough people. I feel like I gotta sneak around and take a look here. Another Euro sword. Which one is this? Here's the thing: is I don't actually know European swords. Mark isn't here with us, so my NFC keeps on doing this. Sorry. So TikTok, I am going to try something to see if I can't unlag it. All right. Are we hopefully a little less laggy. All right. Yeah, we have buffed up our Euro swords quite a bit. I believe this is a Type 18. I don't know my typology.
This is Damascus. Well, pattern welded.
Pattern welded, yeah.
But, feel the handle on this. It's like a rubberized.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Really solid.
Yeah, it's very.
How light that thing is.
Yeah. And it feels pretty sharp. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see the Damascus pattern in it, the pattern welds. You can find us at rva-katana.com. All right, it's better. Okay. We broke every safety rule by just reaching with the sword there, but
Cop didn't see it. I didn't do it.
we're professionals. See you later, Chris.
See you, Pally. Have a good night.
I still have to give you a dub.
You can do it. All right.
Are we still lagging here on TikTok, or are we improved at all?
See you tomorrow. All right, man.
No OSHA, no problem, says Blake Meyer.
That's right. Is this the same one?
This is actually the same one, only this one is 65 MN.
Gotcha.
So this one, we actually should pull it
we
out.
should pull it out.
Yeah. We basically have two versions. Actually, you know what? Leave it in, and we'll just say that we have a 65 MN version for less. We'll just do that for now, because right now we're running out of rack space.
Even though we added a new.
I know. We basically, yeah, we added a new Euro rack. Just got here, no lag. Thank you. Well, that's on YouTube. YouTube, for whatever reason, we don't lag as much. DJ Seams says it's not lagging. We're closed. Yeah.
Forgot my walkie.
Thank you.
And then see.
This is a big fat boy.
And the sword.
And the sword. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Is that a cat spawner? Or a double ring guard. Yeah, double ring guard.
Double ring guard, yeah.
So we are adding to our Euro collection. I guess Mark will be taking a lot of these to Charlotte for that competition.
And Warriors.
Hey,
in
Adam
Bloom.
Nada.
We're gonna beat the Warriors in Bloom on August 2nd. You got that email, right?
About what?
Warriors in Bloom on August 2nd.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah, I didn't read it
we got,
through
we
and
got
through.
the booth for free.
Oh wow, sweet. Where is that? Chicago edition.
Agecroft.
Agecroft Hall. I think I know where that is. Hey, Jacob Raymond in the house.
Wow, look at how light this is.
Oh wow, I could totally wield this one-handed. It's got like a hollow grind bevel to it, which is pretty cool. Man. So we have a lot of swords. We basically beefed up our Euro and Fantasy swords through Swordier. So very exciting that we have this here.
I'm pretty happy with the quality.
Yeah, yeah. I think Swordier has embroiled itself in a little bit of controversy, but with Matt Easton of all people.
Yeah, probably not good.
Yeah, probably not a good idea, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so now the moment I've been waiting for, you might not be waiting for it, but I've been waiting for it, is this particular sword here. This just came in from Japan. And I think, once again, we haven't had to pay a tariff on it, so even better. We doing okay here on TikTok? Not lagging? I just want to know what free gifts they added this time. Different. This is a different dealer, so we don't get free gifts from them. I usually negotiate a really low price, and they don't like me because of it. But they'll begrudgingly give me a decent price, and then
forgo the calendar.
and they'll and then I don't get like the calendars and the other type of stuff. I won't use it. How old is this sword? It's probably between 700 and 750 years old. Did you even show the Yachty? No, we did not, Mara. We just left it up there. I put it up high. It's there just for display, pretty much. We needed bubble wrap, didn't we? This particular shipper or this particular dealer just uses tons of bubble wrap, which I respect and appreciate.
I mean, you can't do enough.
This is true. They sent us 7 swords at one time, and just the amount of bubble wrap they used between each box and everything was quite impressive. Hey, Gavin Stewart in the house. Hit a dance move. Dominic, you do not want to see us dance. Any inspired by Star Wars? No. The Game & Boy, long time no see. Was it pre-owned by an actual user? Yes, this is an actual Japanese samurai sword from Japan, a 700-year-old antique. So, unsure of the provenance, but really the really old swords, they were most likely, especially katana, were usually owned by samurai. But we never know for sure, you know, unless there's actual provenance somewhere. I think you need therapy. It's time you admit you had a sword addiction. Time to admit. We've admitted it for a long time, my dude. Where are your gloves and our pants? Hello.
Right here. Here's the other one.
Hello, Beecher Crawley. Beecher says, hello, Scott. Beecher Crawley.
Hey, Beecher. Oh, local guy. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Got motorcycles.
Oh, okay. One of Scott's motorcycle people. Here is a Kante show. Let's take a look and see what this says. Oh, exciting. This one is signed Yoshitsugu, and it has been certified by the MBTHK. Yoshitsugu. And the signature, we'll see if we can take a look at it, but you can see it on the Kante show there. The signature, this is basically an Aoi school. Aoi is a really popular school. How much? This is probably going to go for about $5,000. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Master Sword. We do have a Master Sword, but I'm not sure if it's Tears of the Kingdom or not. I like that sword bag. It's like a Phoenix sword bag. Of course, the sword bags don't come with the antique swords. We never can remember what goes with what. What city in Japan is this from? This is the original place is kind of near Okayama, Japan, originally. Let's see, where was it owned most recently? We can check on its thing here. Oh, is it damaged in the tip?
No.
Okay.
See how this I'll show this.
It was most recently in Osaka.
You can see. It
Actually, what? Yeah.
came right through there. You take a picture?
I don't have it with me. Do you want? Can you take a picture? But it looks like the Kisaki is okay. I don't see. Or oh, might be slight damage. Oh. Yeah. So did the Mikuki come out? Like did it slip?
There is no Mikuki.
There's no Mikuki. Sometimes they're lost in the bag, but I'm not feeling one. Love this bag. I'm keeping this for myself. So be careful when you pull it out because it's stuck. It's stuck. Just got pushed through. Okay. So here it is. This is actually, I thought this would be in really crappy shape, but it's actually pretty nice.
The polish is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really nicely done polish. So this is, once again, about a 700-year-old sword from the Aoi school.
Suriage?
Yeah, this one's about 700 years old. It's Shuriage. It's been cut down. This is signed.
Oh, bonji.
Has bonji, basically little Sanskrit symbols there. Wow, this is a beauty.
The polish is remarkable for the age. We have paperwork verifying it?
Yep, right here. It's attributed to Aoi's, the Aoi school, Yoshitsugu. And I was like,
That's sweet. Is that katana or tachi?
So that's interesting. Where's the signature? What side is the signature on?
Katana.
So yes, but this particular school signed on the opposite side. So this is a tachi.
Yeah.
But it's usually, so this is an interesting thing. Oh, this will make a great video, in fact.
Yeah.
The signature is over here. I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see a little better. But there's the signature right there. And so if it's on this side of the sword, can you hold it as if you were wearing it as a katana? So if it was wearing it as a katana, the edge would be up and it's facing out. So the signature this out facing out this way would make it a katana. However, this particular school, the Aoi school, signed the opposite side. So this is actually a tachi, even though it's on the opposite side.
That's curious. That's really an interesting little.
I'm curious to see what they still call it a katana here, but that's because it was cut down. So
Wow, this is beautiful.
Ozai, yes. So the Aoi school does they signed on the opposite sides. So once again, a 700-year-old sword. Let me go and hold it up to the light. I got it. And you can see, try to bring it in so you can see the detail on the steel, the hamon line. And this is like Bizen, Bishu actually. So actually Bichu is the actual location, but it's still Bizen style, Bizen tradition. So a lot of detail on the steel. The Bizen area is famous for having really good iron deposits. This is a tachi. Were there swords from the Japanese rebellion like Satsuma? Yes, there are a lot of Satsuma era swords.
Very straight.
Yes. Is it still sharp? No idea. You can actually see like a lot of
Looks
the.
like it still has a lot of sharpness on it. I mean, it's not dull. I want to talk over.
And the Shitasaya is not in good shape.
Yeah, this could use a new Shirasai for sure.
Yeah. We'll see what Ryan can do with it. There's like a little rubber band sticking in through it, and oh, that kept it from closing. So you can see the Shitasaya has some damage there. The main thing with this is you can't carpenter glue this back together. You have to use like wood glue. And there you can see this is the Sayagaki. It says it's Aoi, which is a pretty popular school. There are many, this particular school has produced many Juyo, like sort of like the very important swords. Choshu swordsman with a cross-shaped scar and red hair. Huh? We know what you're talking about, Gavin. Being cut down, would you still display it like a tachi? Right now, it has been now certified as a katana because it has been cut down, so we'll just call it a katana for now. And probably, let's see if we have a mekugi that'll fit that before you put it in, so that it doesn't drive through. I think that's probably what happened. Is it slipped through the habaki and drove all the way through.
I don't know if I have one that's that small though.
Where do you get these antique swords from? Mostly Japan, but we do sometimes get them from people who brought them here. Nick Recupero. I've heard of the name, Jay Harkins, but I don't know enough about it. So I'm going to hold this over so you can see once again. It's
We'll
about
have to make one for that. It's just
a 700-year-old sword.
It's too narrow. I don't have one that'll fit this, John.
Okay, that's cool. We'll put it in the thing first. Do we have a disposable chopstick? At least we could use that for now. I guess we don't have disposable chopsticks here like any good Asian household would. So, well, that's a beautiful sword.
This is one nice piece.
Yeah.
700 years old. It's good.
Once again, a 700-year-old. Oh, that's interesting. Look at the shape of the koiguchi on that. I wonder if they had it reinforced with oxhorn at one time or another.
Yeah.
So yeah, 700-year-old sword right here. MH, we are located in Richmond, Virginia. The Montante is definitely the biggest one we have right now. So samurai were never brutal to innocent civilians with legal impunity. You know, they did have certain rights to cut down commoners if they were insulted, but it very rarely happened because you had to defend your actions in front of a magistrate. So, and if it was like someone who worked for you, why would you kill them if they can grow more rice for you? So, thank you, Blake, for posting our website, rva-katana.com. I have one that my great uncle sent back home in the 1940s during the war. Awesome. There are a lot of swords in the United States, actually. Yep, very beautiful antique sword. And we will have to pay extra special attention to it. Hello, Donnie Kincaid. Welcome, welcome. Did a samurai wield this? Wield? Most likely a samurai owned it at one time or another, because this is kind of a prominent school, the Aoi school. It's a very popular. It was a very popular school at the time. So there were many sword schools that were sought after by samurai, and Aoi is one of them. So yeah, we just unboxed, for those of you who are just joining in, we just unboxed a 700-year-old sword from the Aoi school, which is from Bishu, Japan. They are kind of near Okayama, and they are greatly influenced by Bizen swords. Bishu swords are very much influenced by Bizen swords. This might have been a court sword, potentially, at one time. If you look at the shape of it and how the curvature goes, it probably was a court sword at one time or another. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some close pictures, send it to Ray Singer, and see what he thinks. But
Right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, but what it is that this particular smith, Yoshitsugu, there were like 6 generations in the Aoi school, and the signature does look like an early generation one. So this probably puts it into the Kamakura period. Here's the Kanteisho. It has been papered as a katana. It is signed. So seriously, a signed. I actually want to just make sure there's no. If it had something like any major flaw, it wouldn't have been. Oh wow! Look at the details of the steel.
Yeah, beautiful hot on this one.
She said. I saw a crack there, or not a crack, but I saw a mark on it. I thought it might be like a no sign, like a, what do you call it? Hagire, but it's not, so that's good. Wow, this one is really pretty.
Katana, 名前はnot
Yoshitsugu.
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 すぐはすぐ
Like next. Tsugi.
すぐ
Yeah, you can actually see a lot of detail in the hamon. So I'm going to hold it up there, just in the cutting edge. You see a lot of the details of the folding of the steel, which is really saying something. I'm going to try to hold it up here for people to see and not put it into Scott's head's line of sight. So yeah, really beautiful sword. Once again, about 700 years old. What did they use to keep the sheath together? Wood glue. Or sorry, not wood glue, rice glue. Well, you know, 700-year-old swords, a lot of them were kept in pristine condition.
How would that fare against Narsil?
Well, Narsil broke. I don't think this is what you call them, Sauron's hand, but and there's no one ring attached to it. But man, our nerddom is showing. So yeah, once again, 700-year-old sword from Japan, certified.
Very nice. Yeah, nice acquisition.
Yes, yes indeed. Anything you guys want to see? Anything you guys want to see while we're here before we leave?
Any questions we can answer? Or?
That claymore he brought out was gorgeous. That was actually a montante, not a claymore. We're not Euros. Our Euro guy isn't here to explain the difference, but this is a montante. Moritaka Vortex. We're happy to show them. We have several Moritaka Vortex. Antique European swords are almost never sold, and they're exceptionally expensive. Yeah, a lot of swords didn't survive.
Yeah, the Europeans would just melt them down, turn it into antique or farming equipment or a pot or something, so there was less interest in maintaining as a sword as much as there was its raw materials to make something else into. It's very difficult to find European swords like we do Japanese swords in the condition that we find Japanese swords.
I've talked to Matt Easton, who's pretty well respected in European sword circles, and he basically says there are about 100,000 to 300,000 remaining European swords over 500 years old. Once you get to like modern times, when you have cavalry that are using cavalry sabers, the numbers go up. So under 200 years old, they're actually not super uncommon, but over 200 years old, you start to get really super uncommon. And we've had people like making snide comments about like how we're wrong, and like it's like you've never been to a European museum, and it's like we're talking about orders of magnitude. Like a European museum might have 100, maybe 1,000 swords at best, and just in the warring period alone, there are at least 1 million swords left over from Japan. So, no Kingdom of Heart swords. Looks like we got some kind. Oh, this is a Viking sword. We got 2 Viking swords. They're very similar.
3 of them.
Oh, did we get 2, 3?
Yeah.
Isildur. We just showed Isildur's sword, Narsil. Let's see. Yesterday, y'all were cutting with a Demon Strike. I think it's Unukubi Sakuri. Was it 85 or 80? Brandon, it was 85.
That was the big boy.
Yeah, we have 80 and we have 85. The 80 is like the S5 variant. It's the S5 variant, and the other one is SX105E. The 85 is SX105E. What swords were used in the Civil War? The American Civil War, they were using cavalry sabers and officer sabers. Yeah. Damascus steel swords. We have modern Damascus. Let's see. Who makes the Viking swords? That's from Swordier. Does the Lord of the Rings sword come with a sheath? Yes. Here's a Polish Hussar saber. If Wolfgang was here, he would tell us it was the best one.
It's the best sword that have ever existed ever in the world, ever.
Is there any of the famous samurai Musashi swords? Yes, Musashi swords are in a museum in Japan. Yeah, visit our website, rva-katana.com. We have lots of swords here.
This falchion's really nice.
Vikings make Viking swords. Really, Ozai? A French saber? We actually do have a period French saber.
Antique.
An antique. It is called a Chausseau de Vincent, if I'm saying that correctly. How heavy is that sword? It's actually super lightweight. Oh wait, that's not what I thought it was. What is that? Oh, that's a falchion.
Yeah.
The falchion's pretty light. Yeah. Narsil, I believe, is $400. I could be wrong.
$375.
$375 for Narsil. How was that? The oldest sword we have is this one right here, about 700 years old. We have another 700-year-old one for the shop that's at my house. I'm going to take pictures of it this week and post it. SX105E Demon Strike 80 centimeters. You might want to check that. Thank you, Blake Meyer. Yes. The SX105E, I have to check the pictures. It should be 85. The weight on this Zweihander, I believe, is 6 pounds.
This is the one we cut with last night. It still has Trevor's
Sweat on it. So this is the SX105E, 85 centimeter Unukubi sword. It is like freaking beast. They were just like zipping through bamboo yesterday. Battle ready? Yes, quote unquote. They are full tang and sharp. Blake is always on it. Hey, it's Mark in the house. And which one is this? This is the Blood Viper, I believe. 60 CMO 84 steel, which is the German Imitation of S5. SX105, what's the age? Probably about 3 months old. What is the name of your website? RVA-katana.com. You'll see that our name is RVA Katana, and we are RVA-katana.com.
RVA is short for Richmond, Virginia.
Yes. RVA is like the hip side of Richmond. They basically, Richmond for the longest time was trying to come up with some sort of new rebranding. It didn't want to no longer want to be like the capital of the Confederacy or the murder capital of the United States. So someone dreamed up the idea of RVA.
Which it was a murder capital per capita years ago, right?
When I was growing up, yeah.
Little Rock, where I'm from, Camden, New Jersey, I was like murder capital like 8 years.
So you feel right at home here. How many Musashi swords are still around? I believe 2 of them, they are in museums. What else can I show you guys while we're here? What can we show you? Can you show the Kiku Ichimonji? Yes, we can. Kiku Ichimonji right over here. Not related to the Wado Ichimonji. Is there a physical store? We're in it right now. Come visit us at Richmond, Virginia, 1909 West Carey Street. See that 1909 up there behind, above Scott's head, whatever? That is our address. Across the street is Shindig's, which is Richmond's most popular dessert store, or restaurant, I should say. What else do you guys want to see before we shut this baby down? Musashi liked using bokken almost as much as he did swords. I think, as by a certain time, he was just using bokken.
It's interesting. In the 63 duels to his
Nidai
death,
kitetsu. Nidai, yeah.
the 63 duels to the death, he never used 2 swords, which is interesting.
I thought all his duels were to the death.
They were, but in the 63 that were recorded, he didn't use 2 swords. He intended to do is famous.
Personal favorite in the shop. I mean,
Whatever you buy,
yeah.
because then you got one, you're one of us.
Cobalt cherry. Here we are with the cobalt cherries over here. We are currently testing them to make sure that they are, they don't bend and fix bends. So Cloudhammer had an issue, we think, with the distributor where they didn't send Hudson spec S5, but rather a variant S5. And so we are going to basically be checking to make sure that there is no flaws in these. Sekiro swords, there's Kusabi Maru, Fushigiri, Mortal Blade.
You got like 6 or 7 Sekiro blades.
Explain the balance of the sword. People always say it's well balanced. Well, it's basically how nimble the sword is if the point of balance is closer to the hilt, it's more nimble. But if you want a really good chopping sword, then sword's front's not a bad thing if you're using it specifically to chop.
Yeah, more weight out here is going to give you a better cutting blade.
Best budget-friendly sword for daily use, I would say, is the Vortex, VORTEX. It's a 225 sword that can take some abuse. Is there any place I can find information about swords that the Emperor had given out as political gifts over the years? There's information all over the place. You kind of have to compile it. Thank you, Blake Meyer. As always, you rock. Did we ever make that T-shirt, the custom T-shirt for Blake? Yeah. So we will do that, Blake. We'll make you a market them as S5 Henka. Yeah. Show me one katana blue. Trafalgar Law, we do have. Rebellion, we'll show you that. Here's a blue one right here. This is the Sky Raptor.
Okay.
60C Mo 84. The Sky Raptor. Trafalgar Law, we showed those earlier, but we don't mind showing them again. We have both a katana and an odachi. Here's the Law katana. Crackle, crackle, crackle with all the. And then the law, oh, Scott is back. Did you go in there and fart or something? That was really fast. All right. Practical ninja sword. Yeah, we'll show you the practical ninja sword. Sky Raptor is a beauty. I'm assuming you also purchase swords? Depends. I mean, there's a lot of things that we will not purchase. Poor Matt had to field a question from some really rude person who asked if we wanted to buy their swords. They sent us pictures of the swords, and they were not all that great. And Matt was trying to be polite and tell them no, and they just hung up on him. So there's the tactical ninja sword. That's probably our smaller sword right there. Oh, the Rebellion right there. This is probably our heaviest sword in shop. Or at least the least balanced. No one ever wants to take it out because it's such a...
It's like 6.5 pounds.
It's 6.5 pounds of murder.
Yeah.
Best sword for the zombie apocalypse, whichever sword you know how to use.
Nice chocoto.
Shokuto right there. Ninja sword. The master sword, oh, right there. I believe it's 240 or 250. I mean, 250. Bum ba da ba bum ba bum ba da bum ba bum ba ba bum ba bum.
1095 carbon steel, really nice blade.
The Mugen sword also has a hidden blade. Yes. You just gave away the secret, Blake. Which, if you look at our website listing, it's not. I guess it's not a secret. But in terms of combat, if you need to win a fight last minute, you have a surprise.
Surprise!
Surprise! This is probably our shortest sword now I think about it. It's a pretty cool concept. Sub 10 is a type of spring steel similar to 61. It's the, what do you call it? It's the equivalent of
5160.
5160. Thank you. Mitsuri, we do have Mitsuri Kanroji. In many ways, I like her, and in many ways, she annoys the hell out of me. May I see the purple carp? That's a good budget sword right there. For 150 bucks, this is an excellent sword. There you are. There's the purple carp. Muichiro, we also have. There you can see the clay. Well, you can kind of see the clay temper line. It's focusing on Scott's face.
I'm sorry.
Nobody wants to see that.
No, my wife doesn't even want to see it.
Paul Chen Practical Plus XL. We do have the Practical Plus XL, but not. You can call it Conway. I don't think you can call it Paul Chen anymore, so he's not really doing
He's
it.
no longer involved.
He's no longer involved. Arabic swords. We have a Persian Shamshir, but not an Arabic sword. Gold coins. I know what you're talking about, but no. We'll get to Muichiro in a moment.
Gold
My-
coins like these.
Can you show Muichiro?
Hold on.
Thank you, Adele. Recording, not publishing for sure. I'm not sure what you mean, Juan. May I see the Death Plum Katana? Yeah. We're like going, everyone's asking us for swords at opposite ends of the shop, so we're
I need the exercise.
having to run back and forth. Death Plum, Death Plum. Is
I got two of them on the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are two up on the wall. I don't see them here. This is once again probably Matt pulling things from the rack when he should be pulling it. Matt. All right, Death Plum.
They're up there.
They're up there, out of reach. Let's
I
make a
can't reach
note
them.
that we need to go get it.
Yeah. I'll write a note.
Yeah. We can't reach the Death Plum. Sorry. Coins went into the scabbard. Yes, there usually is a thing. Well, not usually, but there.
Oh, that coin thing.
Yeah. Not a prison wallet. Yeah, we can't reach the Death Plum because, thank you, Matt, leaving it. Average cost of katana, we start at 80 bucks and go way into the thousands. For example, this 700-year-old sword that we just unboxed, this one's probably going to be about $5,000.
Try to have something at different budgets, but everything is sharp with a full tang. And outside of our training swords and wooden blades, everything is carbon steel and up. So we don't do like stainless steel or anything like that. So, you know, tool steels, carbon steel, shock steels, spring steels, lots of different levels of each. We try to have a little bit of everything at every budget, but at our base, 1045 carbon steel. Our budget stuff is actually 1060 carbon steel, which is mid-tier. So everything is sharp with a full tang. That's kind of when people say battle ready. We say combat capable.
Wind and Thunder. That's like a, that's probably, it's got an enormous kisaki. It's an amazing sword. I get Wind and Thunder after eating Taco Bell, says Blake.
That's where I'm going to go after this, too. In your honor, Blake.
There's the
That
Wind and Thunder. The kisaki is
yeah,
enormous.
Jesus, like 3-inch kisaki.
Super wide. Full tang is a funny phrase, but it has caught on in the industry, so we're kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, so the tang, but they say when they say full tang, that means the steel comes all the way into the handle to about an inch, inch and a half of the end. So it's not like a rat tail tang or something that's welded, would break if you try to use it.
Importing swords from Japan is not illegal, no. We get swords from Japan like every month.
Yeah.
Cheapest katana is $80. We have two called the bicolor samurai, or sorry, the black and tan samurai and the black samurai. These are our $80 swords. We do have an antique Prussian officer sword, you're right. Like Zweihander. We have a kind of Zweihander.
Select spirit.
No 30-inch blades on the Moritaka Vortex. They're all 27.5. The only 30-inch blades we have... Oh, we have a few from Dragon King. Like the Winter Sun is a good 30-inch blade.
Or the Savior.
The Savior, 30-inch blade. Summer Lotus is close to 30 inches, I think. Summer Lotus. We need to put the lengths on them so we know. The more we see it, the more we remember. At least I do. Clearly, some other people like Matt don't. I'm bagging on Matt. Does the $80 one say made in China? No, but they are made in China. Let's see. Summer Lotus is 28. Mark would know. Mark is saying. Yeah, Wakazashi is 3.5. Do you have S5 katana? Yes, with an asterisk. All right, sorry about that. We lost most of our viewership here on YouTube. YouTube froze. Sorry about that, guys. TikTok is laggy too. Maybe the internet is just not our friends today. Okay, so we are back here on YouTube, hopefully. Can you guys see us now? Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. Route 66 action off a Japanese W2 raffle. Moritaka Vortex Crimson. That's a nice one. There's two. We're not. One is Crimson, and one is. This is the Kiku version. And then here is the Crimson version, the Sakura. So two different types of flowers. Kind of laggy. Sorry about that, people. We have a lot for under $100, Sif. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. Hey, Serpenta. $5G towers, we're actually using our Wi-Fi in shop, so. Okay. Scott's got to eat his Taco Bell. He doesn't want pants to survive. So we are going to shut down. Thank you all for joining in.
A gas tank for a sex machine.
Oh God. Scott's opinion on his SKS3 when it comes in. Gavin Stewart got a custom SKS3.
Oh, did he? I love SKS3.
Anime Swords over here. Did you get my reply? Serpenta, I believe so. I need to go back and check. I've been out of town so much in the last 2 weeks, so I've been missing things. So, but I will check again. Okay, so sharply cut through bandwidth.
Cut through bandwidth.
That's a good one.
I like that.
All right, we are shutting down. So
hey, thanks for hanging out with us. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email us, rva.katana@gmail.com. Check out our Discord, discord.gg/rvkatana. Join our community. Show us your stuff. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us and supporting us. Those of you who bought swords from us. And of course, thanks to our mods. We really appreciate you keeping the dick bags at bay.
Thank you. And once again, yeah, Blake Myers got it right. Our website is rva-katana.com. All right, so shutting down TikTok, and YouTube will be last. All right, goodbye, TikTok.